back to our Tuesday new books. We've got a great selection of fiction and nonfiction and some audiobooks this week. Starting with fiction, A Ballad of Love and Glory by Raina Grande. The year is 1846. After the controversial annexation of Texas, the U.S. Army marches south to provoke war with Mexico over the disputed Rio Grande boundary. A forgotten war, an unforgettable romance. Battle of Love and Glory. The new Janet Ivanovich, The Recovery Agent, A New Adventure Begins. Lost something, Gabriella Rose knows how to get it back. As a recovery agent, she's hired by individuals and companies seeking lost treasures, stolen heirlooms, and missing assets of any kind. The Recovery Agent. New Ann Tyler, French Braid. A funny, joyful, brilliantly perceptive novel deep into one's family's foibles from the 1950s up to our pandemic present. French Braid. Got some heavy hitters this time around. Stuart Woods, A Safe House. In this latest adrenaline-charged thriller, author Stuart Woods' Stone Barrington takes on a vengeful rival. Stone Barrington is looking forward to some quiet time in New York City until he is asked to transport precious top-secret cargo across the Atlantic. A Safe House. New Jacqueline Winspear, A Sunlit Weapon, a Maisie Dobbs novel. October 1942, Joe Hardy, a 22-year-old ferry pilot, is delivering a Supermarine Spitfire, the fastest fighter aircraft in the world, to Biggin Hill Aerodrome when she realizes someone is shooting at her aircraft from the ground. A Sunlit Weapon. The Promise of the Pelican by Roy Hoffman. He is a local Mobile Fairhope author. At once a literary crime novel and intergenerational family drama, The Promise of the Pelican is set in the multicultural South where the American dream plays out with new voices and conflicts. The Promise of the Pelican. The Club, Everyone's Time to Join, Ellery Lloyd. This is a Reese's Book Club selection. A smart and sinister murder mystery set in the secretive world of exclusive celebrity clubs. There's no place like home. The Club. The Last Confessions of Sylvia P. by Lee Kravitz. Told through the distinct voices of three extraordinary women at different junctures in their lives, this daring literary mystery takes a speculative dive into the origins of one of the most iconic works in 20th century American literature. The Last Confessions of Sylvia P. Lisa Scottolini, What Happened to the Bennetts? Your family has been attacked, never again to be the same. Now you have to choose between law and justice. What Happened to the Bennetts? John Lewis Crowart, The Missing Piece. No one mourned when San Francisco DA Wes Farrell put Paul Riley in prison 11 years ago for the rape and murder of his girlfriend, and no one is particularly happy to see him again when he's released after the Exoneration Initiative uncovered evidence that pinned the crime on someone else. The Missing Piece. Jude Devereaux, A Relative Murder, a meddler mystery. Even the closest families have secrets hidden away. A Relative Murder. This is the latest. Eloisa James, How to Be a Wallflower. Miss Cleopatra Lewis visits a costume emporium specifically to order unflattering dresses, guaranteed to put off any prospective suitors, and ends up purchasing the establishment. How to Be a Wallflower. That's her new series.
Okay, and then starting on nonfiction today, we've got A Question of Freedom by William G. Thomas III, The Families Who Challenged Slavery from the Nation's Founding to the Civil War. Then we have One Damn Thing After Another, Memoirs of an Attorney General. That's from William P. Barr. Got this book on local history from a local author. It's called A Lady Called Anne and the Town She Loved, Vivian W. Weaver. It's all about Anne Nix, former First Lady of Fairhope. Another kind of local history is Deep South Dynasty, The Bankheads of Alabama by Carrie Fredrickson. Next we have Building Happier Kids. That's from Hansa Bargava, MD. Stress Busting Tools for Parents. Another parenting book that we have is Raising Them Ready, Practical Ways to Prepare Your Kids for Life on Their Own. That's from Jonathan and Erica Catherman. We also have The Invisible Kingdom, Reimagining Chronic Illness from Megan O'Rourke. This book is called Around the Board, Boards, Platters, Plates, Seasonal Cheese and Charcuterie Boards for Year-Round Celebrations and Elevated Gatherings. That's from Emily Delaney.
Yummy.
And then last but not least, we have Truly Madly. It's by Stephen Galloway. It's all about Vivian Lee, Laurence Olivier, and the romance of the century. We also have a few audiobooks. These are all books that Susan has already featured. So we've got Jacqueline Winspear, A Sunlit Weapon. That's the newest Maisie Dobbs novel in audio form. We also have French Braid from Ann Tyler. And finally, we have the new Janet Ivanovich, The Recovery Agent. So if you prefer audiobooks, check those out.
Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you soon. Bye.